writing career, you might say, is an offshoot of the teaching career. My writing career is two-pronged. One is editing books, and the other is being a columnist. With regards to editing books, my very first was Philippine Contemporary Literature with Bookmark in 1962. In the 50s, Philippine literature was hardly known. I was educated throughout my college without knowing that there was a huge body of Philippine literature. In our time, wala. Such that when I was teaching it, hirap na hirap ako. I could not find manuscripts. My dean, si Sister Edmund, said, do a book. Sabi ko, sister, ka talagang kailangan, walang libro. So she made me put a book and she told me, go to Bookmark. I've already talked with them. That is how Philippine Contemporary Literature, my very first book, came about. So before I knew it, this was in the market as one of the earliest Philippine literature books. How do you teach literature without a book? How can you talk about literature? You have to deal with the literature itself. Kaya talagang kailangan ang textbook yan. So how I felt when I was teaching, relieved. Imagine, I did not have to look for the Xerox and copies here and there. I was really relieved. Nandun lahat. Ako pa pumili. Well, if what you mean is financially, I never thought of those things. Hindi ko alam. Talaga. Beneficial? At first, is always beneficial. You could say that it set me off on that path. Yun, hindsight, no? Parang at first is always important. In the early years, Bookmark was very popular. I remember the times we started in my first memories of Bookmark, kasi right after the war, it was one of the, if not the most popular bookstore right after liberation. And all the Catholic schools, as far as I knew, were doing business with Bookmark. So the textbooks in Catholic schools were often sourced through Bookmark. I don't know, even in the later books, I would never forget Ambassador Tan pag tinethank ko ang people who helped me break out into print. It's all Ambassador Tan is the first because really chronologically it was him. My first memory also of books right after the war was their bookstore in Regina Building. That's like an opening kasi Japanese time, walang-wala yun eh. That was completely dry, So after the war, here was a nice small bookstore. How I think about it in terms of evaluating it, hindi ko na alam eh. But most probably, as I look at this now, parang they do have a niche. Is it children's books? In the K-12 program, is it in the kindergarten preschool? Kasi I see the piles of books there, which means they're still producing up till now. It will remain because it will always fill a need. Even in this age of computers and of buyouts and of eating up everybody, and emerging as the owner of this entire industry, there will always be more modest outfits that will go on and on. I see Bookmark as that. It will be a modest outfit that will continue existing. That will remain, I think.